Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. Today, we're going to talk about something that's crucial before you even think about investing your money: saving. I know a lot of people jump straight into investing because they want to grow their wealth quickly, but let's take a step back for a minute. Before you start investing, you need to save. Saving money is the first step to building a solid foundation for financial success, and it's one of the most important habits you can form. Think of it like getting your house ready before you put in the furniture. Without enough saved up, you could end up putting yourself in a risky financial position. In today's video, we'll discuss practical ways to save money that you can use even if you're not earning a lot right now. We'll also talk about why saving is such a crucial first step on your financial journey. Whether you're saving for an emergency fund, a big purchase, or just want to start building your wealth, this video will give you the tools you need to start saving effectively. So, let's get into it. How do you save money before you even think about investing? Before we jump into the how-to, let's first talk about why saving money is so important. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of making money through investments, but without savings, you're setting yourself up for potential trouble. First things first, life happens. Unexpected expenses come up, and if you don't have any savings, you'll be forced to rely on credit cards, loans, or even worse, you might not be able to afford those expenses at all. This is why it's essential to have an emergency fund, money set aside specifically for the unexpected. Ideally, you should aim to have 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses saved up in an easily accessible account. Another reason to save before investing is that saving can help you avoid debt. If you don't have enough savings and an emergency strikes, you may have no choice but to take on high interest debt, like credit card debt. The interest on this debt can quickly eat away at any gains you might make from your investments. The last thing you want is to be in a situation where you're paying off debt instead of growing your wealth. When you have money saved up, you're giving yourself peace of mind. You don't have to worry about the what-ifs. Saving money allows you to handle life's surprises without stress, and it puts you in a stronger position to invest for the future. Think of saving as the safety net that gives you the freedom to take calculated risks when you're ready to invest. All right, now that we've covered why saving is important, let's dive into the how-to. How do you actually start saving money, especially when you feel like you don't have much to spare? The first step to saving money is knowing where your money is going. This is where budgeting comes in. Creating a budget doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming. In fact, it's easier than you think. Start by tracking all your income and expenses. Write down everything you spend money on, from rent and utilities to that daily coffee run. Once you know where your money is going, you can look for areas where you can cut back. Maybe you're spending more than you think on subscriptions, dining out, or online shopping. By adjusting your spending habits, you can free up money that you can start saving. You can use budgeting apps like Mint, You Need a Budget, or even a simple spreadsheet. The important thing is that you make a plan for your money so you can allocate a portion of it to savings. This might sound a little counterintuitive, but it's one of the best tips when it comes to saving. Pay yourself first. What do I mean by that? Well, when you receive your income, whether it's from your job, freelance work, or any other source, before you pay bills, buy anything, or make other payments, set aside a portion of that income for savings. The easiest way to do this is by automating your savings. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your savings account as soon as you receive your paycheck. This way, you're not tempted to spend that money. Ideally, you want to save at least 20% of your income each month. If that's too much right now, start small and gradually increase the amount as you can. The idea here is to treat your savings like a non-negotiable expense. You wouldn't skip paying your rent, so don't skip paying yourself. Now let's talk about cutting back on your spending. I'm not saying you need to live like a monk and give up everything you enjoy, but there are often areas where you can trim the fat. Start by reviewing your monthly expenses. Are there subscriptions you don't use anymore? Maybe you have a gym membership that you haven't used in months, or a streaming service you forgot about. Canceling unnecessary subscriptions can free up money that can go directly into savings. Also, look at discretionary spending like dining out, shopping for clothes, or entertainment. You don't need to cut it out completely, but maybe you can reduce the frequency or find cheaper alternatives. For example, cooking meals at home instead of eating out can save you a significant amount of money each month. Even small changes like brewing your own coffee instead of buying it every morning can add up over time. It's easier to stay motivated to save when you have a clear goal in mind. Do you want to build an emergency fund? Are you saving for a vacation, a down payment on a house, or retirement? Having a goal helps you stay focused and gives you something to look forward to. Once you know what you're saving for, break your goal down into manageable steps. For example, if you want to save $5,000 for a down payment and you want to do it in a year, that means you need to save about $417 each month. Breaking the goal down makes it seem less overwhelming and helps you stay on track. Using cash instead of cards is another great way to help you save. When you pay with a credit card, it's easy to overspend because you don't immediately see the money leaving your account. But when you use cash, you physically see how much you're spending, and that can make you more mindful of your purchases. One way to implement this is by using the envelope method. For each category in your budget, groceries, entertainment, dining out, etc., take out the amount of cash you've allocated for that category and put it in an envelope. Once the cash is gone, you stop spending. It's a simple but effective way to stick to your budget and avoid impulse buys. All right, now that you've got a solid plan for saving, let's talk about where to actually put your savings. Once you've saved up some money, it's important to store it in the right place. The best place to start is with a high-interest savings account. These accounts offer a higher interest rate than traditional savings accounts, so your money can grow faster. It's a great way to store your emergency fund or short-term savings while earning some interest. If you're saving for something specific in the future and don't need immediate access to your money, you might consider a certificate of deposit, CD. With a CD, you lock your money away for a set period of time, like 6 months, 1 year, or more, in exchange for a higher interest rate. The trade-off is that you can't access the money until the CD matures, but it can be a good option for medium-term savings. Once you've built up your emergency fund and have some money saved for short-term goals, you can start thinking about investing, but that's a whole different topic. For now, just know that investing in stocks, bonds, or mutual funds can offer higher returns than savings accounts, but they also come with more risk. So, there you have it. Saving money is the first and most important step on your journey to financial freedom. By budgeting, cutting back on unnecessary spending, setting clear savings goals, and automating your savings, you can start building up your wealth and preparing for future investments. Remember, saving money isn't about being perfect. It's about consistency and making small adjustments that add up over time. With a little discipline and some smart strategies, you'll be able to save for the things that matter most and eventually take the next step toward investing. I hope this video helped you understand how to save money before you start investing. If you found this helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more financial tips and strategies. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.